Hey everybody, this is some nearest Metroid Flux, call me Flux for short, or whatever you want to call me. Call me old-fashioned, call me what you will. And on that reference to a song, we will start the episode. That should be self-evident. I shouldn't have to say we will start the episode when we start the episode. Learn to commentate. Anyway, in the last episode, we went and got some random things after beating the first boss, the first real boss, shall I say. And afterwards, I forgot to save my game before I finished. So in this episode, after going back and picking up everything else that I had last done since I had previously saved, including refighting the bosses I did in the last couple episodes twice because I forgot to scan one of them. Yes, I am that dedicated to 100%. I mean, hopefully I can get it. I mean, it's very easy to screw up. But while I was going back and getting things, I actually found something that I forgot to pick up last time. I missed. So I decided to not get it when I saw where it was. And instead, I'm getting it right now. In this room... Oh, thank you for letting me know that my video is ready to watch. That's fun. See this wall here that's kind of cracked? Once you have missiles, which you could have done like after beating the boss, you can bust that open and find a missile expansion. For some reason, I forgot to do that. This could actually technically be probably one of the first missile expansions you find. If not the first, actually. Because the thing behind the missile door after the first boss is actually an energy tank, if I remember that correctly. We could go and get do some more things around the beginning area, the Talon overworld, but there really isn't anything more to do. Because there's not a whole lot we could do there anyway with just the bombs and just the Varia suit. What we need to do is go on with the game and go on to new areas. Now the fastest way to do that is to head back through this way, and I can actually show you the morph ball tunnel that takes you from here to the elevator that we saw before. Just pick up some random things. I tried to replicate all the pickups and scans, but I can't be entirely sure that I did that unless I compare the footage. Which I didn't actually record footage of going back and getting it, so it's not like there was a whole lot I did. I only lost 2 episodes worth of recording. So, meh. That's all that is. It's just a short morph ball tunnel. Go through there, and here we are back at this elevator. This will take us down to our next area of the game, which we can actually make progress in now that we have the Varia suit. I just remembered a couple other things you could have done, but it wouldn't really done much for us. This is Magmoor Caverns. Judging just from the name, it's probably going to be rather warm here. Right here, you just jump down. Anyway, I should probably learn to commentate about things that aren't exactly with the game, because if I'm just explaining everything with the game, it's basically a walkthrough, and... Well, actually, I don't know. There's some pretty decent walkthroughs, like, that are actually somewhat entertaining to read if you along with the game. Also, here is a save station, which I will go ahead and use so that I don't have to redo anything again. I'll probably be better at remembering that. Well, I mean, I especially will have to in the future, because the way I'm going to be recording in the future, I'm not going to be able to keep things on between recording sessions like I'm used to. Bad habit to get into, by the way, I'm pretty sure. Scan that. Grid me. You can kill it with a missile, but I don't care. But ow. I should oh. I killed that thing, and I think that I kind of wanted to scan that, and I don't know where else in here you can scan them, because I don't think it's that missable of a scan, but I'll just go back and get it. And in the meantime, I'll try and work out how. Seriously, can I get across this room without killing myself? I don't know. But anyway, go in here. I'll just heal up. But yeah, so life has been pretty good for me, I guess. I mean, it's getting towards the end of spring break right now. Feels good to be able to record again. I've been trying to learn a guitar a little bit again. I mean, not even really. Okay, really? Can I not get launched every time I want to do that? Burrower. Yes, that's all I basically went all that way back and forth for, was to be able to get that scan, because I don't know exactly when you can get it or not. And Magmoor Caverns. This music should sound familiar to anybody who's been a long-time fan of the series, or at least a longer-time fan of the series than I was, because I only started on it rather late, I guess. Hear that sound effect. Yay. I just realized I've been talking away from the mic, and it's been kind of low and picking up my voice, so that might not be good, actually. I might have to watch that. Anyway, this thing is just gonna breathe fire at you, so don't let it. These things you're gonna see all over the place, but basically, you shoot them, they're gonna spew out poison gas everywhere. But anyway, yeah, I've been trying to learn the guitar again. I got a guitar a while ago, but I never really got any good at playing it, so it's kind of just sat around, and it's not exactly in the greatest shape ever. One of the pickups has some screws that aren't really properly secured, so probably not that great for the sound. But I mean, it works, sorta. I mean, I don't really play it that often, so I don't think I can take it with me to college, because my apartment thing has a rule against musical instruments with amplifiers. They don't want you using them. I don't think I'd have to read them things, though. Whatever. This room, there's things to do before we go on, so I might actually talk about that. I should talk about the game whenever you're doing something that's not entirely obvious or easy. Or I should be able to focus on the game at some points. But if I talk about the game and that's the only thing I talk about, I feel like I'm selling it short as far as the appeal of doing a Let's Play in the first place. Because the way I see it, if it's just going to focus on the game and only the game, I could play the game myself if I really wanted to for a lot of games that I would watch a Let's Play of. So, in that sense, I need the commentary to talk about things that aren't necessarily game related. Here, basically, if these things catch you, they'll spit you back outside of the area where you're trying to go, which is not fun. But they'll also go for home in on bombs if you can lay a bomb and get away from it fast enough so that it finds the bomb first. I'm really all over the place with talking about the game and trying to talk about things that aren't the game. But Yeah, that's how you kill them. Anyway. But, essentially, I mean, I want to talk about things that aren't necessarily specifically the game itself. Because I feel like if you just want to talk about the game itself, that isn't really providing that much extra to really draw in anybody to watch it. But at the same time, if you talk about nothing about the game, the game just kind of becomes secondary to your commentary, and it basically just becomes a kind of a blog post in audio form, kind of a podcast in essence. So there has to be a good balance, and some Let's Players or supposed Let's Players don't do a very good job of making that balance, in my opinion. I don't know. That's just my random soapbox moment for now. I mean, it's different for every person, too. I mean, some people are going to work better with a style that focuses more on the ins and outs of gameplay and be more explanatory. Like for instance, that's kind of the style that Chugga Conroy takes, if you know him. If you know him, he's probably one of the most famous Let's Players ever, and he's the reason I even started watching Let's Plays, is because I found out about him and thought, hey, this guy sounds pretty interesting. And then I started working my way from there. And then you've got the more casual, laid-back Let's Players like, say, Nintendo Capri Sun, who, fun fact, he's the only person I've ever actually watched do a Let's Play of this particular game. I know there are some others out there that are perhaps more well-known, but as far as Let's Plays of this game, not Let's Players in general, but just of this game. But I don't know, I liked his. He was kind of laid back, and he talked about things that were going on in his life, and but he still focused on the game and things whenever he was trying to focus on the game. And he talked about things that he was reminded of in the game. So, I guess in some ways, whenever I try and commentate, it's that style that I try to really emulate in some ways. I don't know, because I like to be conversational. That's just the same kind of turret that was on the pirate frigate. The charge beam can take him out just as well as missiles, but it takes a couple shots, and the first one's gonna wake him up if you shoot it while it's still deactivated. But yeah, that's just the thing. But yeah, I guess the thing is like I like a lot of different styles of commentary, and it all depends on what works for what a person wants to do with their own videos. Draw that closer to me, yeah. Get out of the lava. That's not gonna be good for you. Anyway, this pipe looks like it could stand the weather a bit better. But we're not going to be able to do anything about it for a while. In fact, we're not going to be able to do anything about this whole pathway here for a while. I just like to come down here for reasons that I can't even adequately explain. There's a room up above, a little room. Oh wait, there is something that we can do here. Never mind, I can explain why we're here. Well, I can explain it, or I can just actually show you why we're here. First I'm gonna kill this thing to get it out of the way. But yeah, I think I have a good train of thought going as far as talking about commentary itself and what I'm trying to do and that. You are not going to help me. In fact, you are just going to shove me into lava, which is the opposite of helping me in some ways. I thought I dropped a bomb. These things are really annoying. And I don't usually end up as bothered by them as this. There, die. I guess that's what happens when you try and start recording, isn't it? Yes, the famous Let's Play curse. Anyway. Over here, this way is the way onward through the room. I'm gonna go this way just to show you all, you guys. Well, actually, no. Yeah, I'll do this first. I need to make up my mind about where I'm gonna go. Because I know this game well enough. I should at least have a plan of where I'm going. But no, I guess that just kind of fits in with what I was saying about commentary. It's like I'm just playing the game and talking while I'm doing it. It's not like I've never done that before. This will get you to Talon Overworld West. I think this elevator will actually take you right up to where we went down in that one place. Actually, let me check my map. Right. That's going to take you to here. So, at least I'm pretty sure that's how that connects. The maps generally seem to make sense in that way. You can't really get across this room, though. So this is where you kind of hit your dead end. And this place, there's not really much else up that way to do that we haven't done already. So, at this point, we just have to go back. You're back. I don't care about you. Ow. Well, I sort of care about you when you do that, but man. Yeah, it's just kind of a thing, though, is when I guess I'm just talking, and I want to talk about things that aren't necessarily the game, but I don't want to talk about only things that aren't the game, because then why would I even bother playing a game? I could just try and do a podcast or whatever where I try and talk and catch people's interest and maybe be funny and all that kind of thing without the context of a game. Because if I don't talk about the game at all, there's really no reason for me to be playing the game. The game is kind of the thing. That's kind of what makes a Let's Play a Let's Play. It's like you're playing the game and you're focusing on the game, but you're also talking to the viewer, is how I see it. There has to be something to draw you in other than just the gameplay, or the viewer could just as easily go play the game themselves if they're interested in it. But there also has to be a reason to justify the game being there. And I guess trying to focus on the game. Have I said game enough this video? I don't know if I have. I also feel like I'm running low on health even though I'm not. That's the thing. That's how I tend to play, I guess, is I always feel like I'm running low on things way sooner than everybody else does, because I'm really kind of OCD about things and want to have things to be, my health and ammunition and all that, to be as full as I can get it. That's just not going to come over here, is it? I should at least look where I'm going. That could be helpful. Now, there's some interesting scans here, because I feel like there should be, right, I feel like there's somewhere in here where there's more, like, no data scans. You could probably trick your way up here with some double bomb jumps and things like that, but I'm just not all that good at doing that, I suppose. I mean, I might try that later, but there's nothing to do up there at this point anyway. So let's just go on this way. Oh boy, speaking of double bomb jumps. This is one of those places where you have to be able to do that. And if you're bad at it, then you're gonna get hurt a lot. There we go. And do it again here. Get up there. And bomb da dum dum da dum da dum da dum da dum bum bum. Energy tank acquired. And now just continue through the room as normal. And with that, we have come to an elevator. Access to Phendrana Drifts North granted. Please step into the hologram. Where could this take us? Hopefully somewhere that's a little less warm. It's starting to get a little hot in there. And yes, as you could have guessed from the drifts part of the name, Phendrana is this game's icy area. Snow level. Whoa. You can see it in my eyes. And beyond this door is the area. But I think we'll explore it next time. So, if you'd like to give me some feedback, well, or whatever you want to say, if you'd like to tell me how you think I'm doing, respawn, vibrate, feedback, and resonate in the comments below. And please, any constructive criticism is nice. It's really kind of a good thing to offer, especially for someone who's as new to this as I am. But anyway, on that note, I will see you in the next video. Flux out.